Amen. God bless us all.
Thank you, Alhaji. The next person for Libby, the resident pastor, winners in the Christian faith.
Hallelujah. Good morning, all. Please, may I request that we rise to our feet as we pray. Father, in the name of Jesus Christ, we thank you for a time like this. You have brought us together in unity and oneness, Lord, to discuss about the peaceful coexistence of each and every one of us, and especially as it had to do with the forthcoming 2023 election. I ask that you take absolute preeminence in this gathering today, and let every deliberation, Lord, be a peaceful one, that at the end we have reasons to give you thanks. Father, grant us understanding in this gathering today, and let the outcome of this gathering today be to the glory of your holy name. Take absolute preeminence in Jesus' precious name. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pastor, for that. So at this point in time, we want to know that they are one for them by which say. So you tell me your name and institution and possibly your rank or your title.
Family, good morning. Nina Ibrahim Bikisukama, Deputy Superintendent of Police and Head of Operations, Kenema Police Division.
Family, good morning. Nina Mohamed Kuruma, Senior Public Education Officer, Officer in Charge, National Commission for Democracy, Eastern Region.
Good morning. Nina Pachikadu, member of the civil society.
Good morning. They are now in two capacities. The initial invite we are getting as secretary to the Interreligious Council. But whilst they are, I get recognition as a representative from the only university and the Eastern Region. When I make a job here, in a job there.
Good morning. Chief Mustafa Sisi represents the chieftain. Local Corp #1, Assistant.
Good morning again. Nina Alhaji Sheikh Kamara, Regional Chair, Interreligious Council.
Good morning. Nina Pastor Emmanuel Okrafo, representing the Christian body from Winner Chapel, the Senior Pastor, Winner Chapel, Kenema District.
Good morning, all. Nina Hawa Dubuya from the Child Care Center, Women Development, Society, Human Rights, Kenema District Human Rights. IRC, Kenema.
Nina Philip of Levy and the chair of the District Budget Oversight Committee in the Kenema District.
Good morning, Mina Alhaji Mohamed Mansari, Chairman, Kenema District Youth Council.
Civil Society.
Good morning, Mina Salone from Community Children and Youth Empowerment Network, Kenema.
Good morning, Mina Ambassador Joseph Celestine Yuma, the Student Union President, Eastern Technical University.
Good morning, Mina Shilbi Sano, Civil Society, Kenema District.
Before you go, Your Excellency, occupy the other side of the wall. Well, we talk about young people election.
So, good morning, Mina
Comrade Alusai Kamara, we happy for the Assistant District Secretary for the mighty All People's Congress Party, APC.
Good morning. Mina Ambassador Ladia Sorry, National Youth Ambassador Eastern Region, and as well as the UTSO, Kenema District.
Good morning. Mina Joyce Mbokari from Amnesty International Women's Leader.
Good morning. Mina Maria Mapasi Jalo, Coordinator for One Heart Radio. Thank you.
Good morning. Mina Sheikh Kobadaula. The Regional Secretary for United Council of Imams, Sierra Leone, and the Assistant Regional Secretary for Interreligious Council, Sierra Leone.
Mina said about the YG of the district for the mighty NGC.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me recognize the presence of the Deputy Elections Manager for Kenema District, Mr. Taylor. Mr. Taylor, you just sit over the border and get this business. So introduce yourself as a leader now.
Good morning all. Mina Thomas Taylor, Assistant District Elections Manager, Kenema District.
Thank you so much.
Good morning. Meaning Peter Williams. I get Healing Hands Sierra Leone at the same time, meaning the PRO for the Kenema District Human Rights Committee, an outlet for civil society.
Good morning. We are National Coordinator Coalition for Community and Social Development, people and CCTV shorts. We are a member of the Civil Society Forum, Kenema District.
Can you not call your name?
Peter Salone.
Good morning, Mina Abdulrahman Kowa. He represents the Office of National Security.
Good morning, Mina Sata Mojana Senesi, Program Manager, Defense for Children International, Chairperson for Mental Health Coalition, Kenema District.
Good morning, Mina Vandi Bokao, CSO.
Good morning. I am Martino James Kamara, representing Coalition for Change Party, District Chairperson.
Good morning. Nina Mambu Afasano, representing Wire Development Center, member of Civil Society.
Good morning, Mina Ahmed J. Sharif, the Senior National Coordinator for Media Action Network, the Development Sierra Leone.
Good morning. Mina Sylvester Foreign Assembly, the Coordinator, Action for Development and Justice Sierra Leone, also member of the Human Rights Committee in Kenema.
Good morning. Everybody here. I am Joseph Brian Kalon, representing Center for Encouraging, Caring and Supporting HIV. Thank you.
Yeah, Coalition for the Reign of Democracy. And I also there for represent NSA, being the district chairperson for the NSA.
Mina Prince Mansari, CSO and the chairperson for Kenema District Human Rights Committee. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Sali Utijan, Field Officer for Campaign for Good Governance.
Good morning. Mediation Joseph Aliu, National Executive for Global Ability Network, and also a member of Civil Society.
Good morning. I will come on the Panamo Productions Manager, Voice of the East Radio.
Good morning. suicide. That's what they call me. Generally from SNBC. Regular correspondent for political newspapers.
Thank you. My name is Patrick Jakima, and I happen to be the Deputy Chief Administrator of Kenema District Council.
Good morning, everybody. I'm still at the conflict prevention. I am Bridget Silo, member of the conflict prevention.
Ibrahim Manfrey, representing the Brahman Chief of Number 1.
Victor Freeman, member of the conflict prevention.
Abib Kaoko, Sarah Neko.
Good morning, everybody. Senator Sakago, Sierra Network.
Mina Abdul M. Fatoma, Mina the team lead for election conflict prevention and mediation working group.
I'm Omi Augustine A. Salone, head of Suicide Organization, Sister Region. The media represents this arrangement there. So at this point in time, I'll be handing the mic over to Mr. Fatoma for take to the next level.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sano. We appreciate you so much. Then I also want to thank we all for we will make as a point of responsibility to peaceful, free and fair election process. Election not to the day no more we will go to the ballot box. The process will all prevent for the very day for the elections. We, the Election Conflict Prevention Working Group, this group comprises of interreligious council, eminent women peace mediators, Campaign for Human Rights and Development International, when they made the work, and the Electoral Commission, ECSL. And then 4 institutions there come together in November 2020. When I remember say, when we be the organized by-election at this country, we be the first reserve, and we cancel by-elections. But since November 2020, when the ECSL came together with these 3 civil society organizations and formed Election Conflict Prevention Group, since that day, we don't organize 22 by-elections at this country. Some even 2 happened inside Kenema district here, cancel by-elections. None of the elections they not ever cancel. Previously, we cancel by-elections because they felt then scatter ballot box, this happened, that happened. So the other progress we will do back, we will not make. We ensure that say fairness day before the elections. So political party and security sector will dialogue how they want for let the election to be policed. ONS will be part of that meeting. Then we go to the community, we get a stakeholder engagement. The community self puts their own idea as to how they want let that elections they go come up peacefully. So that idea then they will take and go ECSL, ONS, and the police inspector general. We will call meeting, we say that the concern is of the people there. And these are reasonable and legitimate concerns. So if we want the elections that will be peaceful, we need for listen to let people there that concern and collectively we address them. Collectively we will not do that. So as a country, we will be proud of ourselves. Out of that 22, the main opposition party win 9 of them by elections a day.
the NGC as well win some of the by-elections. So when you look at that, it shows that say gradually we don't get mature when it comes to election than previously how we did. So we take and say when the big election come, what do we go do? So many insecurity statements that they are around from social media that this election get for 10, so this get for happen, that get for happen. So we decide as a group, we ask Osiwa, the support we, for let we do pre-meeting engagement. Let we test the ground. Let we get from the people there. Waiting at the concern for the June 2023 elections. We don't get PR card today, where people there we need more education. So waiting at the concern of people there. First, we engage the market women and advocates. Then secondly, we engage persons with disability. When we engage persons with disability, one of the concerns is that they don't get sign language interpreter during election time. And they find that so difficult. Mind you, before Christian Anthony time, we will try for ensure say the braille, so the blind people then will go with the tactile ballot paper, so that we will forget the opportunity and vote. But also with the talk now, ECSN they recruit sign language interpreter for the deploy now all polling centers away based on statistics really say that community, if that number one community get deaf people there, sign language interpreter they go there, that the key centers away there, deaf people then they go vote. We go to interpret to them. All the programs that they do, including this one, the interpreter late for camp, but they on the way for free time, we get sign language interpreter. So for encourage the government to also incorporate that, let the process go be inclusive. Let nobody not left behind in the electoral process. We also engage political party leadership, including the former president of this country, for getting concerned waiting at the June 2023 election looks like. So all political parties, if they contact the head office or the leadership, we don't engage them. So we can't Kenema and try to engage Una because Una are important people there. Election not going able for happen as Leone if we don't get people like Una for contribute to that process. For Kenema, we get for go Makeni. The Makeni one is very diverse because it's more security and young people. We look about the real currents that their community. So we design a pattern. Kenema as a diverse community, we decide to get a mixture of political parties, students, civil society, religious leaders.
Watch the BNP Paribas Open. Daily.
How they want for let the election to be peaceful at Kenema. And we're so much happy for this turnout. And we appreciate that. So because we don't start 9 sharp, I go summarize Mayor Chairman comment now and go back to Mr. Salone. Then the sign language interpreter don't come. So now we're going to go see that you know when this, but you know will be recorded. And this program also will be streamed live on Facebook. Because people away not there need for their part of the meeting. So even if it's somebody away born at Kenema district, it is outside. But if want for no waiting, if people that Kenema they say, it will join me via Facebook Live. So Lord just say that. So in case somebody want for shifter in word or want for shifter, let you know say will not be telling me. So now they notice that.
Yeah, now we put two hands together for me, colleague Andrew. I think he don't open the discussion very serious, and this is very important because we all know, like he said at the security meeting, I say, pandemic, we come in from the society, I say, if pandemic come on by election, the rehearsals, they see from political parties, they tell you, say, we get for praise up. Because the election and the country don't almost happen for be a do or die. And you know, for be so. So now, as a result of that way, civil society and other partners decide to come together, for them we begin this pre-election engagement for begin to prepare ourselves for talk about these issues and see how we will begin at a very early age for visualizing issues. So at this point in time, we expect statements from people on this side of the world. Then we will definitely come to one also because it is about statements of commitment, statements of preparedness, how your organization, your institution prepare as we go very close to the election. What's on our own role for ensure that we get a peaceful conduct, so that we get a peaceful conduct, a peaceful outcome. Because I mean, don't always say election not a problem. Now a solution to a question. We want this or we don't want this. So it's just that. But then we all know how we function. But we want to see how we will make the difference this time around. So at this point in time, like I said, I go in this order. We begin with because election is security related. We begin with the security person, but we are preparedness because 3 months ago we know what happened there. About last week, for this one for about 3 or 4 days, we know what is going on. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sano. Before I talk about the preparedness and the preventive methods as to how we get to conduct these elections, I want to begin to talk about the factors that we responsible really cause conflict in elections.
Oh, you get 5 minutes on that.
Thank you, sir. First of all, I want to begin with the political parties, their engagement when they talk about the hiring of ex-combatants. Since 2017, we don't begin to see the emergence of the ex-combatants here for being personal bodyguards, where they call marshals, sidestepping the national security sector, the primary security sector, whether the police and the military. We don't also see the growing problem of the use of narcotics. This don't become so rampant in this country. This push people in the use drug, especially in election business. Either the politician they feed them with NTR so that they will become so hyper, then they misbehave. We also don't identify, say, some media outlets. They get some provocating and inflammatory reporting system. When we talk about the media outlets, we also include this modern media platform, which they call the social media. Unlike the other media outlets, they get structures. But this media outlet not get any structure. It is your right and talk anything when they feel for talk. Then when it is a problem. Then we also observe, say, the political intolerance. There are places in this country where if you are a political party, where that political party not a strong hold, for them you exercise the franchise is very difficult. We also observe, say, during campaign times, campaign rallies, the political parties, and most political parties, they not comply with the political timelines. They say if we begin and rally by 6, if we end up by 6, some can extend until midnight or go into the other time of the other political party. These are some of the factors that we responsible. We, among all others, we responsible where we get a conflict situation. But coming to the preparedness, of course, the Sierra Leone police now take privacy of the internal security in accordance with 1991 Constitution. But what we don't begin to do now, we have to train for all the security, primary security sector. Me when they talk so, maybe no training for can't other security. About elections security management. And very recently, a lot of similar training at Kenema, we police, the military, fire force, and correctional centers, they're all on the penalty in the day. We also don't conduct inter-institutional meeting. You know, in elections, we get two key institutions, the ECSL and the PPRC. We synergize with their own meeting and discuss issues. Very recently, Mr. Taylor was sitting on my side. He also supplied me with information as to waiting at the number of police centers that the district between 271. Then the police stations are 1,115, something like that. So we set up in prepare as to how we get for deployed personnel there. Who said we get personnel gap, we call it from Freetown so that the people go to police, all the centers and stations. We don't also map what we call the district risk and threat assessment. We don't map out. We do it in collaboration with the ONS. We will council and talk to the community people as to waiting they make elections, they go bad, or why will they get conflict situation before, during, and after elections. The people don't tell me, and we don't capture anything we will try. The best way how we will try for mediating today's elections. We also conduct what we call joint border patrols with the RSR. Mind you, in Kenema district here, we get 3 border crossing points. We get 1 at Nomo, we get 2 at Tokyo. And then border crossing point, and we don't try to intensify security so that people are not really coming from outside for kind of fusion to replace. We don't also hold regular, we try to bring in, like when we talk about the social media, we try to build strong relationship with the media people, the press, for example. Like very recently, Alon gets radio interview with SLBC, with Skyline Radio. We talk about waiting our preparedness and waiting for during the election business. Also, they try for all press briefing with the media. You know, the media will not forget put it aside because they inform, educate, and entertain. But the information at times can go viral, and when they go viral, conflict can arise. So they go regular meetings with them. We don't also tap them. We don't designate people who are responsible for the media outlets, for the whatever information they need, either misinformation or disinformation, for them to refute, preempt, and debunk some of the issues that will cause conflict. We don't also try to designate people, the police personnel, with the social media people in case the propagate information were not correct. We also don't activate what we call the Incident Command Center in short, the ICC, and the forward control point whether the FCP or any issue where they come up, we get something for you about election violence with the capture. Now, we go into the conflict prevention method. What if we don't look for prevent conflict? Thank God, in this gathering or meeting, we don't see Boku CSOs here. They get an integral part for play. What do I mean by the CSO? The civil society. We try to get a synergy with the community people there, with also the CSO there, so that we will try to identify some problems that we'll fix it. Then, not the security forces. Then also, we'll try to mediate into the issues. We also don't talk about the print social media, where we will try to talk to them, so that they're not going to propagate issues that will cause conflict. Another one way very important. We don't allow. We don't allow 2 or more political parties forget an activity at the same time in the same location. We don't allow that. Now that makes we get common frequent meetings with political parties. Then also they try for more with non-state actors there. Police when they go dey give me timely report on incidents there wey dey happen in respective areas so that we will take action without delay. Then lastly, Mr. Chairman, the involvement of committees to address conflict-related issues and build bridges across the issues of division. Wetin we dey try? There are issues there wey cause problem. We don't try for synergize with the CSO, the media, and other community stakeholders there, so that we will cement a bridge where we make this Araba no. And as I say, in 2014, the directive from the National Security Council, where the high security body in this country, don't give directive that we form committee where they call the Integrated Election Security Planning Committee, we are responsible for looking to all the other activities there, especially the one they were for doing election conflict. So with that we don't do, and we continue with that so that we will get a peaceful and credible election. Thank you, sir.
Many times we peaceful with the vote. I want that we actually stay within this time now, because we on this side, not we don't want to talk. Like I can say, the rest of mankind also go on for people that commitment statements into this issue. So we come to the one of the people that we really get, in fact, the one we get issue of election, the one they are for the streets. So do you have to introduce yourself again, every other speaker for now I will take notes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Salone. We are the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone. We mission for conduct all public elections and referenda. We also get additional responsibilities. I'm not going into that. We vision to promote democracy and good governance in such a manner that results are accepted by all. We don't want to conduct elections, then somebody say, no, me are not free. That alone is a recipe for chaos. So that means they ensure that the elections are credible and they meet international standards and benchmarks. I know we normally talk about free and fair elections because in Sierra Leone our elections are not free. Because me an election expert, if I judge the degree of freedom in an election, for example, if you say we election free and fair, is it free from intimidation? Is it free from violence? Somebody will prepare somebody say, no, this is my own stronghold, you know, for candidate. When all of those things are part of the election, it will be strange for saying the election be free. So our elections can only be free if we get what we call political tolerance. We forget about fighting, intimidation, bribery. Normally we can set a standard and everything. This vote buying, all of these things, as long as they are part of our elections, they will be strange for all and free. Now, to a greater extent, our elections are fair because the procedures, we fear with the procedure. They are simple and everybody will understand them. The laws, they apply uniformly. There is a level playing field for all political parties for exercise their right. Now, I come to preparedness for elections. On the part of ECSN, of course, we don't get a successful voter registration exercise. We don't exhibit the provisional list of voters. Unfortunately, that particular part of the electoral process was not taken very seriously. Most people will not own an exhibition center for who confirm the registration details. And we will not hide from the public. We have issues of some people their data, right? Now, we can do what we call distribution of ID cards. Again, for starting 17, we then encourage all eligible citizens when they register. during the period of voter registration for voting and go take your ID card. If you go, if there are any issues with your details, if you go and write there, actions will be taken. Provided if you be registered and you get your confirmation slip or the new applicant receipt will give you when you register. If you go there, you don't see the information will be somewhere. You can relocate and back and the center outside you belong. So we encourage all adult citizens to take this aspect of the process very serious. It is very important. It's still part of the voter registration process by law. So if you are not go there, on the day you go, you get issue, you have yourself to blame. Because registration is a process. Series of activities may take place. So we encourage you now. During the exhibition, we went to the radio, we hired town criers for announce that people they forgo and confirm their details. Now that the law say, but people are not the draw. And we come to how prepared are we? Of course, we do legal reforms. Most of the issues where we partners that we raise during the electoral observation missions, both domestic and international observers, that we make recommendations. Some of the recommendations, the commission will look into them, and that will result to legal reform. Even though say the 2012 Public Elections Act, they don't repeal them, it has been replaced with 2022 Public Elections Act. And inside the 2022 Public Elections Act, one of the key things we did now for the woman, the law now says every 3 they nominate now any electoral area, one of them for being woman. That's by force. It's a law. So any list, any political party is submit to read. Any list where the political parties and submit for nomination, that list for get woman and names on that list. Because the law says every breed, of course, one of the things so we don't do, we don't form stakeholders engagements, we don't form the gender working group, and very soon we can launch the PPLC meeting at district level so that we will engage the political parties about happenings and we will audit them on what happened. Then of course we will collaborate with other democratic institutions for ensure that we deliver a credible elections. I don't really want to take much of the time because I'm limited, but I just want to add for revival and say in Sierra Leone, democracy is not possible without political parties. For one simple fact that in Sierra Leone, you will not qualify for contest as president of Sierra Leone if you are not nominated by the political party. Now only party candidates can contest presidential elections in Sierra Leone by law. And for that reason alone, the political parties they play a very important role. But sadly, in Kenema district, me on experience working in Kenema district, the political parties are not active here. We have 17 political parties, but not only 3 functional that we know. And that is a concern also. Because we can want to engage them. They will not get any contact person. They don't get addresses. They don't have chairmen, functional chairmen, and or chairpersons. So that let me know the gender bias. They don't get a functional chairperson. That's also a very serious concern because if our democracy for happen, if we work well, those institutions also for work and they for be democratic and by law they forget offices so that anytime you go contact them, you go meetings, always somebody go tell you say I'm representing party X, I'm representing party Y, but the structures are not working. We want to bring this to the attention of the stakeholders because tomorrow they will begin to cry foul. The parties will function here, we not engage at any time we want to see them, they have structure. Of course, the PMDC, the SLPP, and the APC, at any time they get a contact address, they go to their party offices, they have structures that are functional. Some of the party offices will be the directory too. When you go in and dwelling houses, they no longer exist, they are no longer operating. It's good that we bring some of these things to the attention of the stakeholders because they are very key in our democratic process. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Taylor. And also for the opportunity to go on and on, but this is not just the beginning of this. Several of such engagements, and be rest assured, we will always go to one for this. And they go to, we call it from NCD. Please introduce yourself again properly.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. Good morning again. Well, from National Commission for Democracy perspective, National Commission for Democracy a commission where they promote civic education, raise awareness on democracy, rule of law, and good governance. As a commission, we get the responsibility for educating the mindset of Sierra Leoneans on democracy, good governance, and all things that we get for do with peace and stability in Sierra Leone. Well, of recent, since Parliament passed into law the proportional representation system of election, as a commission responsible for educating Sierra Leoneans, we will step forward for begin engage the first timers. The first timers, now the youth population normally we will not for underestimate. This is not the first time for come into election process. This is not the first time for even waiting a proportional representation. For some of us who be small elite, we be fortunate for see the 1996 and 2002 proportional representation elections. So this thing will come, you will see a lot of educated people will find it very difficult for actually understand what the proportional representation system of elections is about. So as a commission, we try to reach out to schools, run nationwide. Eastern region will go through the schools then and the secondary schools, this time around secondary schools then. Because again, more in the time, it gets the first time pass. We go to the secondary schools, we tell them about the proportional representation, especially the DC block system, where this country belong conduct elections on 2002. We tell them about that kind of thing. They will try to encourage them, for engage their mindset, say, well, we don't come now democracy club will form. This club will form for educate yourself, and when I say where they go, people that will able for the tell them, what is this proportional representation they're all about. So any school will go, we discuss with them on the conduct of the proportional representation system of elections, then we inform them back, say, what are going on in our communities, and what are telling our people there. So far, we don't get across that in the 3 districts successfully. We'll come back, we begin get radio discussions with, we engage some civil society organizations and state actors. For them, we all go discuss what really this proportional representation is about and how it will benefit Sierra Leoneans. So people that will discuss the advantages, the disadvantages, or people that express their opinions. So that kind of thing the NCD will only engage for make sure say we are part of the electoral system, people that are abreast with the processes. And also last year the commission began for host paramount chiefs. The host paramount chiefs across this country because paramount chiefs they see them as traditional leaders, and these are the leaders we get the chiefdoms and whatever they say, whatever opinion they express, people that they always deal with them. So the commission began for engage them for let them really see how we were able to embrace peace how we will embrace justice, rule of law, and how the paramount chiefs themselves, as personalities, and how they will able to conduct themselves so that the subjects them and the communities they will always embrace them, and whatever they say, they will be in a position for following. So we try for inform the paramount chiefs and say yes, everybody get a constitutional right for belong to a political party. But same way so, we not for the see paramount chiefs or authorities there and the various chiefdoms there, they access for political parties there. If you begin to do that one as paramount chief, of course, if by tomorrow, if you decide for say in a party A, then you subject decide for going to party B, and officer will intimidate them. So we try for engage the mindset of paramount chiefs, and including the chairman, we within a paramount chief, paramount chief, Asuluku, the representative for all the paramount chiefs. So that kind of discussion, that kind of interaction, it be very important, and necessarily brace up their mind, say yes, we will try for make sure say we tell you people say anybody get rights for belong to a political party, but that political party where you belong to, you know, for bring discuss that the community. In other words, the paramount chief engagement will be more of how we will bring them together and raise awareness so that there will be a peace, there will be peace and peace in the community, so that nobody know they see a company like I said, because I'm a political party, therefore either an enemy or not forget business with you. So we get together kind of discussion with them, and they'll be very much pleased for that kind of thing. Then at present, the commissioners themselves will not go out. They began some stakeholders meeting in Freetown for ensure, say, the country as to not reach this level and our series of programs for engaging with civil society. Because as a commission, the only way we can succeed mostly now when we engage with the civil society. So we'll come back, and now they say we forgo the radio stations for engage or work with civil society so that whatever message we get